Good morning. Today is June 15th, 2020. I plan to go through the history of geological education in the state of Kerala. Most of us do know well that the Travancore University was inaugurated on the 1st of November 1937 on the birthday of Sri Chitra Tirunal Bala Rama Varma Maharaja, who turned 26 on that day. This university had city colleges, Thiruvananthapuram's city colleges, like the Maharaja's University College, Maharaja's Ladies College or Women's College, and the Maharaja's Intermediate College under it. And in addition to that, the university, with a foresight driven by the mindset of Sir C.P. Ramaswamy Iyer, late Diwan of the state of Travancore, decided to initiate or found a central research institute in order to develop the research acumen as well as carry out translational research that will help in the economic development of the then state of Travancore. And then the Central Research Institute had the stewardship of Dr. K.L. Moodgill, a renowned chemist educated in Britain, who was until then the principal of the University College. Then, under the Central Research Institute, there were 4 different wings, and there was no specific group in the mapping of the geological and mineral resources of the state of Travancore. However, during the course of time, and that too before the 1940s, a mineral survey and research wing was founded in the University of Travancore. But there is one more thing we have to keep in mind, that the state of the Travancore had a state geologist appointed by the government to screen the parts of the state for the geological and mineralogical wealth. Well, I.C. Chacko, a well-known linguist, was one of the state geologists. We have had also Masilla Mani, another state geologist, and after that, or parallel to it, the Mineral Survey and Research Wing Research Unit was founded in the University of Travancore. Those days, because of the scarcity of trained personnel in geology, the then university administration decided to get a geologist from Britain. He was Mr. T.R.M. Lowry, a BSc degree man in geology from one of the UK universities or British universities. And in 1941, Mr. K.K. Menon, who later became the Professor K.K. Menon, etc., he completed a BSc degree in geology from the Presidency College, Madras, and joined as a research assistant under T.R.M. Lowry. And T.R.M. Lowry was instrumental in building a humble but very powerful laboratory facility and laid the foundation of building an infrastructure for the geological research in the state of Travancore. By the way, in 1945, Professor Menon went to Colorado State School of Mines, Boulder, Colorado, to undergo advanced training in mining aspects of mining or related to mining. But then what had happened was Menon had shifted from the Colorado School of Mines to the Yale University, New Haven, Connecticut, and completed a master's degree in 1947 to rejoin the Mineral Survey and Research Wing as an assistant geologist. And in that capacity, he had also recruited or helped in the recruitment of K.V. Krishnan Nair, K.P. Ramachandran Nair, C.V. Paulos and others. But by that time, Menon came. Lowry concluded his tenure and went back to Britain. So Professor Menon became the head of the Mineral Survey and Research Wing of the Central Research Institute of the Travancore University. And those days, the geological investigations were rather focused on completing the geological study of the topographic sheet. Each topographic sheets are 1 inch is equal to 1 mile. That was the kind of program they had devised in those days. Probably that was the fashion in the country also. And as soon as India became independent in 1947, this work continued with the exploratory work for the mineral resources continued and stayed with the state governments. But soon after India became a republic, the government of India moved a legislation and then took over the responsibility of the geological exploration and vesting it with the Geological Survey of India. In fact, what had happened was the Mineral Survey and Research Wing of the Travancore University had no specific work to do because it is actually now taken over by the Geological Survey of India. But then what had happened was in 1953, the facilities available that existed in the Mineral Survey and Research Wing was utilized as a infrastructure, space, equipment and faculty-wise for beginning or starting a new course in BSc Geology. It is a 2-year BSc class. And this went on through the years, but in 1957, the Travancore University Act was amended and renamed as the Kerala University Act of 1957, which actually made a difference, huge difference. In other words, some of the university departments or research outfits under the Central Research Laboratory continued with the University of Kerala, new University of Kerala, while the teaching department, for example, BSc course, that went to the government collegiate department and became part of the University College, which also went to the government of Kerala under the aegis of what is called a collegiate education department. So during this process, Sri K.V. Krishnan Nair decided to stay as a research officer in the Mineral Survey and Research Wing of the University of Kerala under the Central Research Institute. And so did what is called the Pharmacognosy Department, the Department of Statistics and Statistical Analysis, and so on. Whereas Professor Menon became an assistant professor in the Department of Geology, offering a BSc degree program in the University College. And in that capacity, the whole process continued. And only advantage for the BSc Geology course was originally what was MSR. That space and facilities were used for the teaching of the students. that was a great advantage because when Professor Menon came back from US, he had brought along with him a huge collection of books and journals, especially Journal of Economic Geology and Journal of Sedimentary Petrology and several textbooks which he used. All these were donated, not at the time of his retirement, but as soon as he returned to the MSR library. And then MSR had actually a great collection of rocks and mineral samples and thin sections as well as fossil samples. And most of them were purchased by an agency from an agency called Krantz, somewhere those days in the United States. So what about the laboratory? Laboratory was also excellent. The laboratory was excellent in the sense that there were at least 7 or 8 microscopes, 6 of which were made by Carl Zeiss, 2 research microscopes, one by Leitz and the other by Carl Zeiss, 2 universal stages, a 2-circle goniometer, and then there is a wet chemical laboratory where one could do the chemical analysis, only of course major elements. So that was a kind of facility that existed and was used by the Department of Geology of the University College. Then what had happened? The Department of Geology had to recruit another faculty because Department of Geology, once K.V. Krishnan Nair sir stayed with the MSR of the University of Kerala, needed one more lecturer, and he was Professor late T.C. Madhav Panikar, who is again a BSc honors man from the Presidency College, Madras. So what about it is a trio of Professor K.K. Menon, K.P. Ramachandran Nair, a postgraduate from what is called Banaras Hindu University, and of course Ms. T.C. Madhav Panikar. But with the 1957 administrative change, K.V. Krishnan Nair sir stopped teaching the BSc course. Otherwise, until then he was engaged in the teaching of the BSc class. And also in 1951, he had earned a master's degree by research for his thesis on the geology of South Travancore with a special emphasis on the circum-bearing Puteti silite. So, what happened in 1963? In 1963, toward the end of the second 5-year plan, the UGC had given a chunk of money to the University of Kerala to reorganize and organize new departments of postgraduate research and study. So the university then decided to start off a Department of Geology where facilities for research and teaching for postgraduate students will be organized. But along with that, 18 other departments were also created. And then, the university naturally went through the process of recruitment and recruited all the heads of departments recruited for various departments were at the rank of a reader only, a reader in charge of the department. So when it came to the turn of the geology department, Professor K.K. Menon got the opportunity to serve as the reader in geology, and he shifted to the University of Kerala. I think on the 26th of June 1963, I met him after my BSc degree in his office in the place where he used to sit when I was a student of the BSc course. In other words, that is a part of the MSR building, MSR facility. But within a couple of months, the whole facility was shifted to the second story of a building that now exists just right across the University Tennis Stadium. And currently that space is occupied by Institute of Management in Kerala, who offer a MBA program. So that is how the geology department was started. In other words, it was not started as a Alapacharan by a university order, but it had a legacy of existence, legacy of inheritance from the Mineral Survey and Research Wing of the university, started in 1940, 41 or, before 40. 41 means 41 Professor Menon joined as a research assistant. So naturally it was in existence under the Central Research Institute prior to that date. So that is about how the geology department's beginnings and geology department's mineral survey and research, BSc education and MSc education went through. Thank you very much.